Hello, amazing people. Oh, what a week. I'll just give it a minute just to see if anyone jumps on with me. Oh my goodness, what a week it's been. You know, right from the outset, and it was, gosh, back in September when this idea came to me that we needed, hi Sue, that we needed, to create more conversation around these emotions, because every time I talk with, whenever I'm talking with people about what's coming up for them, you can bet that at the bottom of it, that there's an emotion that hasn't been acknowledged, that hasn't been witnessed, that hasn't been observed, that hasn't been felt, hasn't been welcomed, hasn't been loved. And I was literally compelled. I really was. Sue, so good to have you on with me, and thank you so much. You have been hugely present, and I just love you for that. Someone else is on. If you are on, just press the heart button so I can see who's here with me, wrapping up on this Friday afternoon. But I wanted to, if you haven't, oh my gosh, if you haven't yet watched Terry Lee's conversation, I'm a little bit, it's been a really big week for me. And I have, hi Di, how are you? And I have been cracked open in the biggest, most profound way from facilitating this 5 days, this 5-day emotional revolution. I've had so many conversations and so many messages and a ton of feedback from so many of you, sharing with me how just snippets of conversations, or little things here and there, and just one phrase in one interview has opened up stuff for you, for yourself, for you in your relationships, for you in your family. It's just been amazing. And the first thing I want to do before I share this last tool with you is I want to thank the guests that so vulnerably and transparently and so openly and so honestly jumped on. Yeah, Sue, the speakers have just been so amazing, and who jumped on. And as I've said right throughout all of them, I didn't want to choose the textbook experts. I love the textbook experts, we need them, but for this particular emotional revolution that I had in my heart to bring forward, I wanted to bring to you the people that have had a personal experience with each of these emotions. And that's exactly what we created. And I could not have asked for any more from each of them. They were just so open and so sharing and so transparent, and each of them gave some amazing wisdom and tools for each of you. Now I want to let you know that this pop-up Facebook group is going to be left here intact for you until the end of November, because I want you to have the opportunity to rewatch these interviews and take your time with it. It's a lot to digest. As Terry Lee said today, Terry Lee spoke to shame and shared an incredible story that when I first heard, it blew my mind, but it blew my mind again today. So if you haven't listened to Terry Lee's interview, please do check that out. That's up there today. But I'm going to leave the group and all the interviews and the 5 emotional awareness tools that I've shared with you as well. So there are 10 live things for you to consume, and it will be available, if you're in this group, it'll be available to you until the end of November, so you've got plenty of time. Yeah, exactly, Di. Yeah, the one thing I did not want to do with this whole concept was to create overwhelm. I really wanted it to be something that everybody could just consume at their own pace. So Also check your spam and junk email, because you should have 5, well, by the end of today, you should have 5 emails with each of the daily recordings for you as well. So yeah, you can watch them anytime. You don't have to watch them either, of course. You can just listen to them. And I want to, before I share my tool with you, I want to acknowledge you, all of you. Over 100 people registered to be part of this conversation, part of this education, part of this validation and platform to bring into the light these emotions that for no reason and no one's fault aren't largely understood. And today was really about, not today, this whole 5 days was really about just, we wanted to bring them into the light and acknowledge and honor them as part of us. Joy, happiness, excitement, fulfillment, peace. They are emotions, and they're great and important emotions. But they're not the only emotions we have. We have sadness, we have anxiety, we have anger, hurt, shame, and they are all welcome here. And that's what this week has been about, is welcoming all parts of us to our table. Yeah. So today I wanted to share with you a really simple tool, but it's a tool that I use a lot myself. It's a tool I created for myself, and I now share it with my clients and share it with anybody. And there is a little A4 poster on my website, which I normally sell for $9.95, but I'm gonna just pop it in the comments, and you're welcome to download it and print it out and stick it on your fridge. And it's just called Feel to Heal, right? It's the name of the week. It's the name of this tool, and it's a 3-step process, 3 words to help you begin the practice of feeling to heal. And the 3 words are notice, welcome, and love. 3 words, that's all you need to remember. Notice, welcome, and love. Now, most of us don't have too much trouble with the first one. When we have an emotion or a sticky feeling or a prickly feeling or an uncomfortable feeling come up, the first thing we want to do is notice it. Can we just notice it? Can we locate it in our body even? Can we give it a name? Can we, yes, thank you, Sue, notice, welcome, love. Can we just give it a name? Can we just, turn our eyeballs backwards and just for a second go to it? Just let's notice it. Not to judge it, not to fix it, not to try and understand it, not to try and do anything with it, but just bear witness to it. Just notice. Let's just notice hang on, okay, I feel something. I don't know what it is. I don't need to know. I don't need to understand it, but I'm noticing something in my body. That's the first step. The second step is to welcome it. So often what we do when we have an uncomfortable or an unexpected or an unusual emotional feeling come up in our body is we will go automatically and unconsciously into the mode of distracting, deflecting, or denying that. And that can look a million ways. It can look like social media, mindlessly scrolling social media, jumping on Netflix, cigarettes, alcohol, shopping, sex, you name it, anything. There's a million things that we do to distract ourselves. And it's a very largely unconscious thing that we do. We're not consciously distracting ourselves, but we are unconsciously distracting ourselves. So that's why step 2 in this process is so important, because once you've noticed the feeling, we need to become practiced at not distracting, right? But in fact, exactly the opposite. We want to welcome it. So we want to welcome the feeling. And even you can say to it, if you notice it and you go, Okay, I can feel something right now. Okay, you're welcome here with me today. You're welcome here with me in this moment. You're welcome here with me right now. And just allow it to be there. That's all there is to do, is just allow it to be there with you. Not to fix it, not to make it go away. There is a saying that says that which you resist persist, and that's exactly what tends to happen when we try to go, oh, I don't want this to be here. If we can welcome it just in this moment, it's not going to stay forever, but it needs to be acknowledged. That's why it's come up in your body. That's why it's presented as a feeling to get your attention, right? It wants to get your attention. So welcome it. Once you've noticed it, welcome it. Just for a few minutes. Just sit with it, welcome it. And the third part of it is to then bring some love to it. For whatever reason, it wants to be acknowledged. There's a feeling inside of you that is trying to get your attention and just wants you to acknowledge it. So bring some love to it. Bring some love to it. So, for me, it kind of goes like this. Hi. I kind of feel the feeling and I go, hi. You are welcome here today. And I love you. When we can bring love to the feeling instead of treating it like it shouldn't be here. And here, I'll give you an example. If you were in a park, sitting on a park bench, and a little kid ran up to you and said, Miss, I'm anxious. You're not going to do this, are you? You're not going to tell it, go away, I don't want you here. No, you're going to say, hey, here, sit beside me for a second. I got you. You're welcome here. I love you. We need to do that for ourselves as well, and we need to do that for our feelings. They're just parts of us that have never been acknowledged, never been allowed to be present, never been allowed to be noticed or seen or felt. And yes, for some of us, this will be something much bigger. This tool is just a stepping stone. It's a small step. It's a starting point. Now, as I've said, in all of the recordings that we've done and all of the interviews, if you're watching this and you are needing some support, or you feel that you have tried a lot of things and just feel really, really stuck and just don't know what to do, please send me a PM or a DM. If I can't support you, I will direct you to a professional who can. So that's it, guys. I will put this little poster in the comments for you. You can print it out. You can stick it on your fridge. You can do whatever you want with it. I did that for you yesterday as well, those 6 questions. Share them with your kids. This tool, would be such a great thing to share with your children. Teach them to welcome all their feelings. I've said it a dozen times this week. I used to tell my kids all the time, don't be sad. You're all right. Up you get. Keep going, soldier on. That's exactly what I did. And now I would teach them this. If they came to me and said, Mum, I'm feeling really sad, I would say, that's okay. Let's sit down and let's just welcome it for a second. Let's let it be here with us. And let's give it some love. Yeah, that's what I would do. All right, beautiful people. I may pop on over the weekend and just do a wrap-up of all the big takeaways. But I just want to thank you. I want to thank all of you for being part of this, for your comments, for your feedback, for being here. Just for being here and being curious to the conversation of what does it mean to feel, to heal. And you're welcome, Di. You're so, so welcome. And if you do have any questions, please send me I love you too, Sue. If you do have any questions, even over the coming month, I won't be far away. I'll still be active in the group to support you as you take the time to go over these. And of course, you know, if you want to connect to any of the guests, please let me know as well. Getting everyone connected to who they resonate with is really important to me as well. Alrighty. I'm going to say that's it for me for now. It's 4:20 on Friday afternoon here. I've had an amazing week, and I've done a lot of talking, which luckily for me, I love talking. But I'm probably not going to be on my screen too much over the next 2 days as I refill my cup, which I encourage you to do as well. We cannot pour from an empty cup, so make sure you're overflowing. All right. I will see you when I see you. Have a great weekend.